Hi Scorpio, this is Lisa from Soul Searcher Tarot, and I'm just coming out to give for January 2020 your general reading for the sign of Scorpio. I did already meditate on your cards and I shuffled them before I turned on the recorder, but I figured I'd just mix them around a little bit again. And we will get started. I hope you enjoy the reading, and if you do, if you can give me a thumbs up, a share, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Oh, okay. First card that popped out was the Magician. And he's the energy of creation. He's been in the tarot card for a long, long time. I think he's like the second card in. And he has the ability to offer up all his knowledge and his know-how in the tarot. So he's the first one that the Fool encounters on his Fool's journey. And so he offers up all the aspects of it, all the elements, and just what you decide to do with that knowledge is up to you. Like, he'll give you the path to go down, or he'll show you the paths that are available to go down, and which one you choose is on you. How you choose it, and because of free will, how you use it. Let's see. Okay, we got the Four of Pentacles. Now this is the energy of trying to hold on to what you have. It's not being greedy, and it's not being overly frugal, but you're just trying not to lose anything else. So there's a possibility that maybe there was some times of lack, I guess, or that you felt like you wouldn't have enough of something for whatever wasn't going on in your life. You know, you wanted to buy a house, you wanted to buy a car, you wanted to go back to school, like anything that you felt like you didn't have enough for. Okay, and then there is Temperance and the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so now when you have the energy of temperance, you're trying to balance out something. You're trying to make a smooth transition into another facet, I guess. And it looks like that's what you did. You brought that out, and you were using temperance because after the Temperance and the Four of Pentacles, where you were feeling a little bit like you didn't want to give up anything, you did end up manifesting the Ace of Pentacles. Now that's a new start. That's a new start in abundance, possibly a new job, a new business, something that you can look upon as something that's going to grow. It's going to give you what you were working toward and what you needed. Okay. And then there is the Chariot. Now this is an energy of movement. This could be, or it's a card of movement. You could be moving. You could be moving jobs, moving homes. Or moving out of a way of thinking. You're trying to keep things in gear. Stability. So if you know you're going to go on a different path, you would like your two horses to go together. Okay? So you're trying to make, which makes sense with the Temperance card, you're trying to keep things balanced and stable. So maybe as you were getting the opportunity of earning more, you wanted to make sure it stayed balanced and stable and didn't like rock you a little bit, because maybe you possibly you were rocked a little bit before, and that's why the Four of Pentacles came up, because you wanted to make sure you weren't losing anything again. Maybe you did go through a harsh time where you lost some things and you wanted to make sure you didn't lose it again. And the Magician's giving you his path, and he's saying, okay, well, you know, go down this one or go down that one, wherever you want to go. And maybe you're just trying to make sure you go down the right one. So let's see. Because then there's the moon. And this guy he's about hidden things, about secrets, about things that you're not real sure of or not real clear with. So that would explain why you were trying to not go too suddenly, like why you wanted to be balanced and you wanted to keep things on the same path, because you don't want to stick on the moon with the moon. You don't want to go anywhere that you're not sure where it goes. You don't want to go too far into the unseen. So you probably need to get more information about information that would be like where this Ace of Pentacles energy came from, this offer of abundance. Where did it come from? Like you want to make sure you have all your I's crossed, no, your I's dotted, your T's crossed. You don't want to make the same mistake again, or a new mistake that maybe somebody else did, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to fall into that realm. That's what it feels like. You're just not trying to repeat something. And I think I was telling Sagittarius that 2019 wasn't great for everybody. It really wasn't. There was like serious issues. Not for everybody, obviously. But I knew myself the last couple of years was not so great. So I'm hoping for good stuff 2020. Oops. But we all have to learn from that. All right, the Eight of Cups. You're definitely feeling like moving on. You're not trying to stay around in this feeling. You want to move on. You don't want to sit in this uncertainty. Okay? Like with this one, it's like you feel like the cup's going to tip over. You don't want to sit there. You want to make sure that you're not under it when it does, but just basically you want to make sure that what you have is still and stable. Yeah, I really think you need to find out some information about whatever was being offered to you. You want to make sure it's real. Okay, so then there's the Page of Cups. Is that a little fishy? All right, this is, you're feeling very good. You're feeling a whole bunch of emotions coming in. It could be a relationship, it could be love, but it could just be a feeling of where you're going. It could be like something that you were offered. Maybe it is a business idea, or it's like a hobby turned into a possible lucrative situation. So, but you're feeling really good about something emotionally. Your feelings are strong about that. What else do you have for Scorpio for January 2020? What else can you tell me about Scorpio, January 2020? What else can you tell me? Oh, hello. Whoa, all right, the Sun. Now that is, if you could check this guy out, he is so happy. All right, the Sun is extreme joy. It's happiness. It's contentment. It's rejuvenation. So whatever it is that's been going on from here down to here, because it connects right with that pentacle, I think you may have found out what you needed to know. I think it something opened up to make it less secretive. And you were ready to take a step, maybe? Because you decided you won't want to sit in this feeling of not wanting to let go of anything. Because that came under the Four of Pentacles. So I guess you were like feeling like you didn't want to sit in the feeling of lack. You wanted to be balanced. So here's this Page of Cups making you feel like this is actually a good offer. Because maybe the moon's not so hidden anymore. We'll figure it out when we get there, but right now you're feeling really, really good. Really good about whatever situation there is, whatever is being offered to you, that it's not going to be a bad move. Okay, let's see what we got. What else do we got? Oop. Ha! The Lovers. All right, now see, this is a unity. A unity between two people. Again, this could be a love relationship. This could be a new start in a relationship, which would explain the Page of Cups also. Or it could be like a business partner or somebody who's helping you out along that way. It could be a rejuvenation of a love relationship if you already had one and it just needed to feel more like tight. So it could be that also. Let's see. So it could be new or it could be old. It doesn't have to be brand new, but it could just be something that's being rejuvenated, or it could be something that is brand new. Or it could be a business. I guess it's general, so it could be a lot of these things, but it's like a union. There's a bond, you and another person. Now what that is in business, in life, in love, but there's a bond for you. All right? And then we got the Hangman. So, the Hangman's here, and he is telling you to look in a different perspective. Change your thinking, maybe. Or maybe rethink your thinks. Because something you're seeing isn't what it is, and you need to look at it a different way. Now, it came out right under the moon, so that's where the secrets were. And he's kind of looking right at the Lovers. This feels like that. This feels like this might be where the secrets are. You needed to stop and take a different perspective of it. So maybe it's not actually wrong. That may not be bad. And maybe him looking at the Lovers is not like this is a bad thing. But this might be the perspective that you needed to look at. Like, open up your mind a little bit to what is here. I mean, the sun was right there. So obviously something was building between you and this other person, or this unity. And the Hangman's saying, okay, well, look at it this way. So I think it's kind of like an energy of you looking at this moon with all this hidden secrecy stuff that wasn't clear to you. And you're looking at the Lovers and the sun. So I think it's just trying to say to you, look at this. You know, don't think it didn't go somewhere, because look at this. So let's see. What else can we find out for Scorpio? What else can we find out for Scorpio for January 2020? What else do you have for me for Scorpio January 2020? What else do you have? Oh, sorry. Okay. What else do you have for Scorpio January 2020? All right. The Ace of Swords. Now this is a victory. It is definitely a victory. Something came through for you. Something that you were looking forward to. Let me see what else we got going on, because that can be, depending on where it falls in the situation. Okay, we got the King of Cups. Now this is you being in control of your emotions. And Scorpio, I know for you guys, I mean, you know, you're all about the cups. So you're trying to be in control of it. Or you are in control of it. And you're not trying to let your heart rule. So maybe that stems from this Lover's card. And when this Ace of Swords came up, the Swords is more of an analytical energy. Like they're thinking, they're more in their head than emotional. Okay? Swords are like Aquarius, Gemini, and Libras. They're always in their head. and they're thinking about things and they're analyzing it to death. And that may be what you're doing right now. The fact that you were able to turn King of Cups into control of your emotions. So maybe you're really in your head right now. Because maybe this victory, you're hoping that it's not like a double-edged sword or like a hollow victory where it's not at a cost. You don't want this victory to be at a cost. I mean, I don't mean like you sold your soul to the devil thing, but just like if this victory is true, it might cost you something to have it. As in, maybe you'll lose some family. You might lose some position at work. You might lose some money. But maybe, like, I don't know any of that, but I do know that it could be at a cost. And I feel like because Mr. Hangman over here is telling you to look at a different perspective, and right here, this King of Cups came up who's controlling the emotions. There's a reason why you're controlling your emotions. And you're not just like falling head over heels for the idea of this new relationship and this love. Or the old relationship. And there's a reason why you're not falling for it. And I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what it feels like. You're just trying to be smarter this time, maybe. And you're not letting your heart rule. Let's see what else I can get for you. Scorpio, what else do you have for Scorpio January? What else can you tell me? Oh, the Hangman again. All right. Okay, you could be getting stronger in your actions and feelings. If you have two hangmen here, you're deliberating a lot. You are looking at a lot of different perspectives. So you're looking at this whole situation as, well, you're looking at it. You're analyzing it. You're deliberating on it. You're determining it. You're not going, head over keister kind of thing. You're definitely doing the analyzing. And maybe you still are. Because you're still not sure. You're critical. You're just like trying to be self-aware or aware in general of whatever the situation is. And I'm thinking if it coming from a situation where you were already not sure of a situation, and this coming out of that it's maybe like, okay, you've learned your lesson before, you just want to make sure, and that's all it just feels like, is you're making sure. Because then we got the Queen of Cups. Now we do have a partnership here, the Queen and the King of Cups. Now this feeling is a gentle, motherly feeling. All right, and this is feeling very full of emotions. And so I'm wondering, after all these deliberation times and analyzing and checking out everything and making sure it all's right, it's all there, maybe that's when you went from the king to the queen and became more motherly, more open to what could be. So you let your emotions have a little bit of their way, because you have analyzed it to the point where you felt comfortable. So coming up in the end of January, you might actually feel comfortable with whatever this situation was, whether it was a new relationship, a new business partner, a new job. You feel comfortable with it at that point. And I think that you'll make the good decision for you. So whatever the answer is, you feel comfortable with the answer. Okay? So let's see. I did get these Angel of Abundance cards, and they're really cute, and I want to use them. And I keep telling everybody I didn't really want to do, I didn't mean to do an abundance reading, and I don't really know how to go about that, but I thought these were really pretty, and I wanted to share. All right. And I don't think I've ever heard anybody say they don't want abundance. So let's see. Oops. Okay, well this one flipped out on you. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, this is the dreams of abundance. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. It says, as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal, and because you contain valuable insight that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Ah, wow. Now that was weird, because that's kind of exactly what we were talking about, isn't it? That you needed to come to a solution on your own by taking in all the information and everything you could acquire to make the right decision for you. And the Dreams of Abundance card is telling you that you need to look into your higher self, God, angels, and the divine to give you the answers. Make sure you're paying attention to your dreams and any insight that would come to you otherwise. Wow, I like that. Very pretty. All right. Okay, Scorpio, hopefully you enjoyed the reading. If you did, if you can give me a thumbs up, a share, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear how it turns out for you. And hopefully it turns out well. And hopefully you guys have the best January ever. And I will see you in February. Take care of yourself.